I'm unmuting now. Hello.
Lou's unmuting now. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, so...
OMG, Lua VTuber from YouTube and Twitch. Yes, hello. Hi. Oh.
I'm being addressed as I'm doing well. Yansha Gogo says Skeleton Man in my chat. Terrifying. And she says, OMG, Lua Lucky VTuber from YouTube and Twitch.tv in your chat. These people are multi-chat drifting. It's crazy.
Beautiful.
It's frightening.
It's a skill I've not yet. I'm joking. I do that constantly. Oh, Tom's in the middle of my screen.
Am I? Oh, there I am. Oh!
You're still not moving.
Well, whose fault is that? We can try and fix that live on air if you want.
I mean, up to you.
I'm not sure how I would. You're moving on mine. I've got you sitting on my head like a little rat.
Gremlin?
Like a little rat. I need you to
to
pull my hair and make me code good. I need you to... I'm ratatouilleing right now.
Oh,
I haven't seen that movie, but
that's not gonna happen, but
gonna happen.
I appreciate your
Hold on, wait.
Your optimism.
If I do this, how about that? Oh wait, hold on.
I can see it. You're just not moving.
Concha says she can't hear me? That's her fault. I've definitely got mic coming through. Huh? Oh,
Maybe not on my end?
I'm not sure. She says in my chat I can hear. Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, no, you're definitely talking mine.
She's just not listening. Okay. I'm going to put a chef's hat on, and you're going to be in the chef's hat, and you're going to pull the code out of my brain and put it on the paper. Yeah, I got the little funny hat. Why am I not moving, though?
Don't know.
Is this like a thing?
I can try restarting on my end. I hope you don't have... I hope you're not using game capture
no,
like a schlub.
No.
Okay, then that should be fine.
We're trying out a fun new code.
Nothing. We're doing nothing. Don't worry about it.
Doing nothing.
Absolutely nothing. Yeah, you're still not moving. How very interesting.
You want me to restart on my end?
Yes, please.
Okay.
I'll be kicked.
You will.
I don't have any music.
I've got the Sonic Adventure 2 soundtrack playing right now. I am certain...
That's nice. I'm gonna turn on the Animal Crossing OST with rain sounds.
With rain. That's like the opposite end of the spectrum. Okay, let's try this again. I will be right back, gang. Let me kick to my loading screen for a second.
You sure are. There we go. Beautiful. Are we ready? Okay, Tom, what are your thoughts about the new Scott Pilgrim anime? I knew you'd have something interesting to say about this.
Dream. I'm going to repeat myself. Lua asks, what do I think about the Scott Pilgrim anime? I said, I cannot wait for an entire new generation of people to find and misinterpret the message of Scott Pilgrim. Much like Ready Player One, where lots of people will watch it and be like, "Wow, cool robot." I expect people will watch it and be like, "Hmm." Bond keeps saying, "I can't hear you. I can't hear you." What do you mean you can't hear me?
This is certainly a you problem.
On my stream?
Yeah.
Hold on. But people were responding to me talking about Ratatouille before.
Have
A
you
lot of
considered
them-
they're getting you from my stream?
Everybody's saying they can hear me. Okay.
Huh?
I don't know.
Okay, good.
Collabs are too difficult. This is literally impossible. Anyway, I think people will watch it and be like, "Ah, yes, I should harass my dream manic pixie dream girl," and that is like pretty much not what I want to see people doing. But that's how the movie and the comic. They're like, "Ah, Scott Pilgrim, the hero," because he's trying to objectify this woman. That's my opinion. But
Fair.
I think Studio Saru has never missed ever, so I expect it'll be pretty good.
Fair. You said something interesting there, which is, I agree with you that the whole point of that in Ready Player One, the guy they're idolizing is the bad guy. I'm not totally convinced that the author of Ready Player One intended it that way.
Oh, not necessarily, but people will still see it and not understand, I think.
No. Like,
Oh, you mean it's the bad guy, but he thought the author thinks that is actually genuinely good?
yes.
Ah, yeah, that's probably true.
Well, what the fuck was that?
Hmm?
Did I fuck that up that bad?
Probably.
Oh, there's something very strange going on with your texture atlas. I need to fix
That's
that.
exciting. So it's pretty self-evident what you're working on right now, I feel like, by looking at it. For me,
Mm.
I said a month ago that I would get a new version of my VTube Studio API library out, because I want to get it out of being Unity required. I want to decouple it from Unity. That's how you'd say that phrase. But I have been dragging my feet because there was a couple things on it that I was just like, there's probably a nice, elegant way to do this, and I couldn't figure it out, and I gave up programming for like 3 months. I went to the mountains and became a hermit or a monk of some sort.
I'm not a programmer anymore. I'm a prompt engineer, so.
Oh my god. Oh my god, this is what she says. What's the good prompts? How do you
I
prompt
watched a Cold Fusion TV episode about video about this actually.
it? Okay.
Although he said nothing nothing that wasn't obvious to me, like be very clear about what you want and don't want. And something else, 2 other things, can't remember what they were.
Interesting. I'm MC says I finally have feet to drag too, which is so true. Looking forward to that.
Yes.
Looking forward to that. They finally dug up the rest of the corpse.
Mm-hmm.
Defiled
I
the
snapped
grave
all the
a second.
bones together like a gunpla.
Yes, that's the idea. It's exciting. Okay, so the thing I was trying to do, for folks who are on my end here, is in my gigantic library of all of the messages you can ever get from VTube Studio, a class file that numbers 1,700 lines long at this point, which is pretty exciting. I've got the message type for every single type of message you can send or receive, just as a string, which if you know anything about programming, you'll know is very, very fragile, because I can make a typo, as I have many times before I publish this, and then things just won't work. So one of the suggestions that I received as a GitHub issue was, can I replace this with an enum, which is like a thing that is a select number of definitions, and have things nice and organized that way. I posit that it's probably possible to do, but very difficult, because the VTube Studio receiving end, the server, VTube Studio, expects these values as a string, and C# does not do great interpolation between an enum and a string.
Does it not? I actually had pretty good success with it when I did literally this exact thing for the VTube Studio
In my experience,
API.
it always turns it to a number.
That sounds like a you issue.
Maybe. The other thing is that you'll have messages that when they go in are requests and when they come out are responses. So that's like, would that be 2 enums for every class type or thing like that? Because the data in and out is the same. The class is the same, but the thing is different. So it'd be a different value. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kick that down the road, because that's not actually required for decoupling it from Unity.
Oh.
Huh?
Sorry, nothing.
Oh, I thought you were like, wow, he's really fucking it up by
No, I
delaying this.
literally, the whole time you've been talking, I've just been trying to find one piece of your body in the texture atlas, and I finally found it.
That's nice. So yeah, I'm gonna parlay this until I can think of a nicer way to do it. Because there's just like, one, it's a lot of things that I have to update all at once for any of this to work. Like I have to make a change to like 40 some odd classes before it compiles and works. If I change
Love
it from
that.
a string to a, like even just do like a proof of concept, I'd have to change a lot, which is annoying. And like I said, I need to have like a request and a response as two separate string values, and that sounds like a pain. So I'm just gonna delay that. I'm gonna move my stuff that I'm working on into a stash folder, and I'm gonna think about that later, and not right now. That's pretty much all I can hope to do. And then the other half of it is mostly done. I need to write up the documentation on how you're supposed to migrate from a 1.0 or 1.x to a 2.0 setup here. And then I need to remove all the meta files from my GitHub repo, because that's for Unity only. And you don't need that anymore, because Unity is going the way of the dodo, and we're going to totally deprecate its use for making plugins. And I'm going to try and make something in Godot at some point in the future, probably. I'll learn that on stream. I know you did that recently, actually, and you didn't like it.
I for the VTuber game jam that I held like probably a year ago at this point, if not more. Can't remember, couldn't tell you.
It was in
Time
January
is
of
a
last year.
enigma. Huh?
It was in January of last year.
Oh, so I just completely skipped this year, huh? Oops.
I think so, right?
Couldn't I genuinely don't know.
Because the theme was the last theme I remember was Mask, and I remember the one guy made a dream Minecraft like dating sim.
Absolute perfection.
Yeah.
What was the question? Oh, Godot. Hate Godot.
Hate Godot. Tired of waiting for it.
Not a Godot. I'm not a Godot bro.
Noted.
Yeah, not a fan of Godot, I think.
Okay. So now for my next trick, I'm gonna delete all my meta files from my C# only folder. I'm gonna just get rid of that. And it's gonna complain. Could not find item. That's fine. Skip.
Do you like Gundam?
Yes. Some people tell me that I like Gundam. It's been known.
You just let other people dictate your preferences then.
Yeah, I exist only insofar as, like, can you really prove that I exist? Only insofar as you perceive me, right? So, I only exist in the minds and hearts of others, I would think.
I see. So if I tell you that, Gundam from which whatever
Gundam
it's
from
called.
which, yes. Gundam Strike Witches,
Gundam
yes.
Witch from Mercury is a mid show at best.
Oh, you're wrong. You're so wrong.
Okay.
You're so wrong. That's so okay. I mean, you're entitled to your opinion, but I think you're wrong. But now you're gonna have to go on trial and explain why you think this.
I think that my watch was improved by me falling asleep through a few episodes.
Are we watching the same show? Are you sure? Like, what are you talking about?
So I watched it via the live stream.
Yeah, the HoloLive girls did like a big watch along, right?
Well, not exactly. So what happened? Well, that's how I found out about it. But what it was the actual like Gundam people, whoever makes Gundam.
Sunrise.
They basically, they live streamed episode prequel to 11. What the hell? That's not supposed to happen. They live streamed episode prequel to 11 on their YouTube channel.
Okay.
And so that's how I consumed it in all one. Yeah, prequel to 11. There's 12 episodes.
Yes.
I can't believe you don't remember the name of the gay Gundam. I hate that white-haired girl.
Damn.
She's the worst.
Yamcha, are you hearing this? Maybe it's a good thing Yamcha doesn't have sound on right now. It's a bad idea.
That white-haired girl is so annoying.
What don't you like about her?
I don't. Maybe I just don't like. I mean, she just like she gives the main character no agency at
Yes.
all. And that
Yes.
bothers me. I don't like that.
It's a reversal of Utena, where the main character would be Utena, but instead of Anthe having no agency, Anthe is the one taking agency from Utena.
Maybe I don't get the appeal of tsundere. She's not tsundere.
She's not tsundere.
She's
No.
not. She's absolutely not tsundere.
I
actually
has
really
Farrah
like-
seen this? Has Farrah seen Witch from Mercury?
No,
I feel
Farrah's not watched anime
what?
recently. I don't
Oh,
think.
I thought you were just gonna drop. Farrah has never actually seen anime, despite everything.
That would be
Despite how much we
so
talk about
funny.
it. Yeah. That's very cool.
Yeah, well, now you have to recognize that
I have to recognize.
tend to not like mecha anime.
Okay. I mean, again, bad opinion, but you're entitled to it.
I don't like mech. The funny thing, you know what the funny thing about this is?
No.
I actually really like sci-fi.
Clearly not. I mean, you can say that all you want.
I just don't like
the
mecha
proof-
anime.
The proof seems to be quite contradictory here. What sci-fi do you like, then?
I mean, I grew up reading sci-fi novels, and Haruhi is the only sci-fi anime that I'm like super familiar with that I really enjoyed. I do like Code Geass, but not the mecha parts.
That's funny. I don't like Code Geass except for the mecha parts. Together, we're one functional human being.
I really like Code Geass.
I
Farrah
find
are
it
the
very
Code
difficult
Geass
to watch.
believers.
That's fine. I mean, again, as I was just saying, wrong opinion, but you're entitled to it. I'm sure that goes both ways here.
What was this called? Pointer. What did I do? Oh, I just did something stupid.
Awesome.
Oh, I sure did. I need to go backwards. We need to reverse. Okay, sorry. I was just saying, yes, I don't like mecha anime to start. Actually, you know, I really liked Planet With, but only when they were a family sitting around a table.
Planet with? Is that what you
Oh my god, you gotta watch Planet With, Tom!
said? With what? Planet
I
with
don't
what?
know.
That's fun.
I don't know what to tell you.
You don't know what to tell me. Okay.
With family, Planet with Found Family.
Okay.
It's by the guy who made Lucifer and the Biscuit Hammer.
Now you're just saying words. That's not real. That's not a thing.
You don't know what Lucifer and the Biscuit Hammer is?
I know what those words mean independently, but together they don't sound like any. You're just putting things together. You really have been in the prompt mines for too long, I feel like. You're just like, oh yeah. Hot new anime. The devil and his bread machine.
Hello, Tristan. I feel like the devil in this bread machine is probably also a show, but no, yeah, there's a famous, very famous, okay, it's kind of difficult to explain, but the author of Lucifer and the Biscuit Hammer is like has a real cult following, and Farrah has always been a huge fan of Lucifer and the Biscuit
Well,
Hammer.
Farrah's a big cult enjoyer, I feel like. I feel like if anybody's gonna be into a thing that's a cult following or a genuine cult, it'd be Farrah.
That's fair. That's something people say about me as well, I will
That's
say.
probably true.
I've never actually read or consumed Lucifer and the Biscuit Hammer, but I did consume Spirit Circle, which was super good. And then Lucifer and the Biscuit Hammer recently got Tom, Lucifer and the Biscuit Hammer is from
Yeah.
like 2002.
Okay.
But
so
it
it's new is what
recently
you're
got an
saying?
anime.
Oh, okay.
But that was bad apparently.
Okay.
Spirit Circle is really good, right? Spirit Circle is super good. I binged it all in one day on the Crunchyroll manga app. Because it's one of the only things on there at the time. But anyways, so what were we? Oh, Planet With. So he
Planet
wrote
With.
Planet With, which is an anime. It's an anime only. It's an original anime. It is so good, Tom. It's
Okay.
so good. It's
Why,
a mecha
though?
anime.
But
I
why?
don't know. I couldn't tell you why it's good. Has anyone here watched Planet With? It's really cute. It's like, I honestly can't tell you. To be honest, I don't remember a lot of the plot. It's very convoluted. Crunchyroll's a manga app? Yes. I don't think they still scanlate, or not scanlate. I don't think they still translate manga, but they used to have a manga app. So yeah, anyways, that's a good mecha anime. Kogiyasa's a good mecha anime. I enjoyed the Witch from Mercury, but for all the wrong reasons, which is typical of
what do
me,
you consider
to be
the
honest.
wrong? There's no wrong reason. I don't think. You're about to say something really heinous, I'm sure, but tell me what the wrong reasons are. Okay.
The only character I'm invested in at all is that guy with the stupid name and the pink streak in his hair.
Oh, okay. I was about to say that's all of them, but then you clarified the pink streak. So, Ghoul. It's like gruel. Ghoul. Yeah.
He's the only person I care about at all.
That's fair. He's had a hard time.
He's a good, fun guy. He's exactly the sort of piss baby I enjoy.
He's kind of a himbo.
His arc. It's very Vegeta light, which is like my favorite kind of character.
Interesting. So wait, you've seen? Oh, actually,
I've seen the whole first core. Yeah.
Okay, I was like, how spoilery can I?
Well, I don't know. You could bring that up with the people in the audience.
Yeah, well, I think my entire audience has seen everything there is to see about Gundam because I cultivate a very particular set of friends.
Fair. Huge spoilers. He kills his dad at the end of an accident.
Okay, thank you. Just rip the band-aid right off. Why not? Yeah. Yeah. It becomes a Gundam show very, very quickly in the 11th hour, or I guess in this case the 12th hour here.
Okay, so I thought the pacing of the show was awful.
It's kind of whack, but it's
really bad. I thought it was so bad.
Okay.
I hated the pacing. It's mostly what killed the show for me.
Interesting.
His dad was maybe the dumbest person in space. Oh, I believe that it was fully the dad's fault. I will support Ghoul to the bitter end. He's probably gonna die, but I'll support him forever. He's my little piss baby. I actually hated him at the beginning because he has that hair. I hate that hair. And then I was like, oh no, they're doing that thing. That's cute. I like that. Our himbo must live, but also lie.
I'm sensing a large preference entirely based on hair. You're like, I hate the white-haired girl. Pink-haired boy is good, though.
No, I don't hate the white-haired girl because of her hair. I actually like her character design. She's just the worst. She's so annoying.
Yeah. I mean, trust fund babies be like, that's just how it is.
I mean, it makes sense, but like, I certainly don't ship her or anything.
Would you be interested in learning more about the expanded, world of Gundam in some kind of, I don't know, hyperfixation deep dive?
Go ahead. You know what also bothered me? The vagueness with which a Gundam was.
Oh, that's
part of the problem. I now know that it was like that on purpose.
Yes.
But when I was watching it, as someone who's never seen a Gundam show before, there was absolutely no indication to me that I wasn't supposed to already know what a Gundam was.
Oh, it's just it's arbitrary. It's pretty much always like that in the series. There was a show back in the early 2000s called Gundam Seed, and in that one, Gundam was an acronym, but it was a different acronym every time it appeared on screen, which is maybe the funniest joke you can write about the kind of thing. It's like General Unilateral Neuralink Dispersive Autonomic Maneuver, Generation Unsubdued Nuclear Drive Assault Module.
Knowing 2000s anime, I'm not convinced that was on purpose.
What? So you don't think it was supposed to be funny?
I don't think not knowing 2000s anime, I'm not convinced it was supposed to be like that.
Yeah, I mean, I think Seed was pretty bad. I'm hoping Yantra's still in the chat because she really likes Gundam Seed.
Oh no!
I thought it was really boring, but she swears by it, which is very funny to me personally. But yeah, if you're interested in having some kind of field day about Gundam, I was actually talking to Bon about this, about doing some kind of presentation night where we talk about this, because for all I know about Gundam, it's tip of the iceberg compared to what she knows about Gundam. She's the one who got me into it, so it could be cool. But if this isn't your cup of tea, you can always try the original stuff, because this is its own continuity, totally unshackled by previous stuff. There's Gundam Universal Century stuff, which is like the first continuity. There's G Gundam, where they just have a Dragon Ball Z style fight of the week every week, which you might like. There's a character in that who represents America, who looks shockingly like Jewel from G-Witch. Flamer's talking about Gundam Wing. Best first episode of all time. That's true. It's a pretty good one. Bond says, I feel like you caught up to me in knowledge. That can't be true. There's no way. But yeah, there's a lot of different food to eat. So even if you don't like G-Witch, you might find something else appetizing. I feel.
Not sure I will.
Okay. Cool.
Based on the
if you
things I just said about how I feel about mecha anime.
Born and die a hater, that's fine. I think you'd like G Gundam potentially, even if you don't like the normal trappings of mecha anime, because it really is just Dragon Ball, like all the way down.
I don't like Dragon Ball. I only
Well,
like Dragon Ball
I guess you can't
Abridged,
be saved then.
and the seasons of Dragon Ball that are just Gohan at high school.
Which Gundams have the least mecha? Honestly, probably G-Witch.
Exactly.
It's very secondary, I feel like.
It is. So I liked it. I mean, it was fine. It was great. It was extremely well made.
Yes.
The OST went so hard.
Gundam always has good music.
Part of that made me think that I kind of don't want the answer, but is it always the same OST in every Gundam, or is that a specific? Okay. I was a little bit scared that I was gonna learn that. Oh no, this is just the OST they use for every Gundam, and then I was gonna be disappointed.
Oh shit, Bon is right. There's a Gundam series called Turn A Gundam, which you would probably like because there's very little actual mecha. There's like maybe 5 robots in that show, and it's like 50 episodes long.
Yeah. See. Probably not.
Too long?
I don't have time.
Okay. Difficult customer here. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I'm not asking for recommendations.
It doesn't matter if
You're playing a losing battle, trying to give me mecha recommendations.
Mechammendations, if you will.
But yeah, Gundam is shorter than all of Yu-Gi-Oh! Probably.
That's
True.
not saying
Never
much.
watched Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah. It's also shorter than all of One Piece. Again, not saying much.
Every once in a while, I'm like, time to jump back into One Piece.
Why? For what purpose?
I like One Piece.
I have a beef with... I don't particularly like shonen in general. I find it kind of tired.
Okay.
What?
Nothing.
Okay. So you're like, Lua, the good taste haver is like, I won't watch mecha. Tom, the bad taste haver.
No, my scoff was that you say you don't like shonen, but you love mecha.
They're not the same. I don't understand. There's like almost no universe at which I would classify any Gundam property except maybe G Gundam as a shonen. It's like completely perpendicular to that.
Sure.
Gundam is.
I
Gundam
would say
first
that
and foremost
is just edgy shonen, but sure.
No, Gundam first and foremost is for women. Like for sure.
It doesn't matter what it is, who the actual demographic of any of these shows are. It is still seinen. Seinen is a very catch-all term.
Okay.
Is Code Geass shonen? No, Code Geass is seinen too.
Okay. What I was going to say though is I have no appetite for shows that are like One Piece or I guess in some sense Naruto or Bleach, where they're like one very, very long start to finish journey. One Piece is the most egregious offender by far.
Well, yeah.
Because that's like its entire thing. I have no appetite for that. I don't know who wants that. It kind of has like the Marvel Comics issue where the pacing is just, well, where do I start? At least in One Piece though, you start from issue 1 and it's linear, unlike Western comics which are just all over the place.
Yes. I actually got it, not an argument, but I got into a tiff with my local comic book shop because I was like, I like manga because it has a start, middle, and end. And they're like, comic books do too. And I was like, no, they don't.
No, they don't. Anyway, what I was going to say though is the one shonen that I found that I really do enjoy though is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Principally because even though it's been running for longer than all these other ones, it has the decency to be like, here's the start, middle, and end, and it happens in the span of like maybe 5 years or whatever. And then there's another start, middle, and end, and they're connected, but not really, in like a way that super matters. And you can keep going for as long as you want, keep making money off of your franchise, but you don't have to have somebody start from like 1997 and then catch up to the modern day.
Question: did you watch Swell Entertainment's video about the Wattpad con?
Yes.
Did you see her note about the infinite stories?
Yes.
I thought that was so interesting because that is just anime.
Yes. I had to really rack the memory banks there because once Bon learned about Swell Entertainment via you, I think we watched every single one of her videos in the span of maybe about 3 weeks.
Nice.
So just completely binged that.
Honestly, she doesn't have that many banger. Like she has a lot of banger videos, but they're very bingeable. Like it's easy to watch all of them one day.
The most recent one was about Transformers Convention, which I thought was cool.
Yes, it sure was.
The Transformers wiki is one of the nicest pieces of literature on the internet, I gotta say. If you've never been.
Interesting.
I
haven't yet.
It has a very strong sense of style and editorial voice, which is uncharacteristic of other information repositories on the internet.
I would argue an antithesis to the format of an informational source.
Perhaps. Let me pull up the Transformers wiki. Let's see if I can find a nice random page. Let's see. Maybe they've changed it since the last time I was here. We're gonna find out. Oh, maybe they have changed it. Maybe it's not funny anymore. It used to be very funny.
Oh, boo! Losers!
Maybe I'm wrong, though.
I can't believe they've done this.
It used to be, like, very snarky and opinionated, which I thought was very funny. But it doesn't seem like it. Oh well, I won't pay too much mind to it. I'm not a Transformers fan. Surprisingly, maybe.
Honestly, anytime someone mentions Transformers, you know who I think about? Maybe controversially?
No.
Lindsay Ellis.
Why?
She was quite notoriously a Transformers fan.
Interesting. I didn't know that about her.
Yeah, she never talked about it on her channel. Whoa! Thank you for the raid, Fululu!
Ooh.
Welcome, raiders!
Hi, hello.
Tom is here. Tom's working on his own thing.
Yeah, I'm doing something.
But I'm working on Tom, so...
It's kind of recursive, yes? It would be really cool if there was like a runtime compiler for Live 2D, so that I could be piloting this abomination as you're stitching it together.
Oh my god. That'd be incredible.
It would be a real, like, kill me moment, I think. As you, like, do the glue wrong and my jaw is now bound to my eyeballs or something.
Well, I'm only working on your hands, which you can't do right now, which you can't even use right now.
They're
so.
fully restrained.
Tied behind your back. Is that a new model I'm working on? That I'm using? Oh no, actually this model that I'm using is kind of an old model.
It's
I
very
have a
funny to hear
new
me-
model.
Very funny to hear you say that. It's like, oh, it's an old model. Anytime a VTuber gets a new model, I'm like, oh, okay. Because I've had this one since the very beginning. Like, what you are rigging is the first increment on literally the thing I've been piloting since day one. So I feel like you've gone through quite many Live 2D models. And so
I have. I've got. This is like my 14th model or so.
Yeah. So you're like, oh, yeah, no, it's kind of old. I was like, it's brand new. What do you mean? We just got a new Live 2D model.
I just got a new Live 2D model a couple months ago, and I haven't rigged it yet. Which is gonna be like kind of my final form, basically.
And then Lou's gonna retire, graduate.
Could be.
Could be.
Life has many doors, Ed boy.
Oh boy. I have been trying to type one sentence in my README for about 10 minutes now.
Thank you for the follow, Zafkiel Fallen. Yeah, when you said you were gonna work and this was gonna be a co-working stream, I thought that was a joke. So
I got two things on my to-do list already done, so we're good.
Oh, good.
I cleared out all the meta files, which are the Unity tracking files from one half of my version control, because that's stuff that's pure C# and doesn't need Unity anymore. I updated the Git ignoring everything. Now I'm writing stuff in the README on how to accommodate for these changes. And actually, you know what I probably should do is I should probably try and actually implement this myself and then record what I had to do. So like I should take my plugin that I was working on for heart rate stuff, and I should make a branch for that where I copy the library in, see what breaks, and then write down the steps that I need to take to fix it instead of just guessing. I think these are the things I need to do. That sounds like a good idea. Let's do that.
Oh, great. Great idea.
I'm gonna do that. I've gotten to the Chow Garden portion of my Sonic Adventure 2 album. So
I love that for you. I'm still listening to relaxing Animal Crossing music plus rain sounds heart ASCII.
I love that for you.
Thank you. I'm doing the most taxing part of my job, which is just seeing a name, matching it up with another name, dragging it over.
That's awesome.
Pointer middle L. Pinky middle L bottom. Delete. L bottom. Yeah, but I'm giving Tom full hand tracking. It's painful.
Giving. Well, I mean that's true. It's not. Don't get it twisted. I did pay for this. I paid you quite a.
No, I have
fee.
no qualms against you, Tom. It is purely my own shortcomings. And I can't promise that this first version I'm gonna give you is gonna be any good. But you know what? It's gonna be the version I give you.
It's gonna be what I deal with, yeah?
It's gonna be what you deal with until I get a little smarter, maybe a few months from now. And we'll go from there. Tip top. Tip top. Tip top. Point. Pinky tip top. Point. Pinky tip top. I can't find it. Pinky middle top.
I mean, a normal person, would just get a 3D model if they wanted hand tracking.
True.
But I have deep sentimental attachment to the live 2D model because Bong, my partner, drew it for me for my birthday. So,
yes, it's very good.
I would never want to get it re-illustrated, nor would I really want to migrate to 3D unless I had to for some particular reason.
Okay. I think I've done it.
Love that for you.
Thank you.
Does this work if I go back to Unity now? It does, okay. Okay,
Ooh.
I cut a branch of my heart rate plugin. I'm going to try and rip out its heart, and I'm going to try and update it and see what happens. See what it takes to get this thing up and running again.
Thank you for the follow, King Archlick.
Archlich. Archlich.
Yeah.
Lick.
I have a rule that once I say it once, I never
That's
re-say
first take.
it.
Only one take. One take.
Yeah. Yeah. First take Lua.
Love that for you.
Thank you. It's really flip-flopping. I must have done something wrong. There we go. Okay.
Bond says she's waiting for the Lua V Lucky Brain DLC expansion. Waiting warmly for it.
Brain DLC expansion. That could be arranged on the next model, where I just my head just gets huge because my brain's so big.
Yeah, I mean you did.
Oh yeah.
You did the one stream where we looked at your craniogram or whatever, right?
Yeah, we actually looked at an actual brain scan.
That was pretty cool. And then you like played Brain Age or something, right?
Yes, it was and then the final step I think was that it was emotional intelligence.
That was fun, yeah.
Yes.
Only
yes,
bangers
Bulu,
on
this
YouTube.
is kind of like weight painting, huh?
Only bangers on YouTube.
Only bangers. Honestly, I'm so underappreciated.
You really are. I've been saying this for years. Like I don't know. I can't quite stress enough how funny I think you are.
Oh, thank you. I don't know if I'm funny, but I have
No, you
stupid
are. Trust.
ideas
No, you're funny.
sometimes.
Trust me, you're funny.
Okay, I'll take your word for
It
it.
maybe not intentionally sometimes, but it's definitely funny.
Oh, you fool. I'm always trying to be funny. So therefore anything I say is intentionally
A good
funny.
catch-all. Okay, I have 10 compile errors when I bring in the new library.
Nice!
That's
Under a
that's
100!
way less than I expected. It's mostly just namespaces have changed, which I knew about. So let me get a. Let me. I was gonna say let me get a pen and paper, but I can actually just write this in VS Code. Okay, so first things first. I'm pretty sure I need to go to my this thing. Can't remove. Oh, okay. I gotta get things to compile before I can muck around there. Let's see. Oh, hold on 1 second. I gotta fix my. Wait, how do I get this to? Surely I can combine my instances of VS Code. Surely.
There we go.
I keep wanting to like peek over and see what's going on over there.
Don't you dare look
I
at
won't.
that. You're gonna ruin the
The
surprise.
surprise of the thing that I'm asking for with excruciating
The thing
detail.
that you paid for.
Yeah. Oh, I see.
Something
Okay.
like that.
There's a reason I can't do it like that.
Recently, I can't stop watching Ink Masters on YouTube.
Okay. What? Is it like a tattoo thing?
Yeah, it's a tattoo reality show. I don't want a tattoo. Couldn't want a tattoo less, but I can't stop watching tattoo content.
The cool thing about being a skeleton is not only can I not get a tattoo even if I wanted one, the method that you'd get something inscribed on your body is kind of like scrimshaw. Really painful stuff. They carve it straight in there.
Mm,
But yeah, okay. Go on. Sorry.
I didn't have anywhere to go with that. I just
Awesome.
wanted to state a fact.
That's cool. Yeah, I can't imagine ever caring about something enough to want to get it carved into my body for any extended amount of time. Personally. Like, no matter how passionate about something I might feel, I feel like there's got to be a point where it's either going to stop being relevant or something bad is going to happen to it and it's like not good
Gonna get
anymore.
milkshake ducked.
Gonna get
I
milkshaked off.
agree. I think if I were to get a tattoo, I would get it. It would be really small. I'd get like for every special interest I would get something very small, like a centimeter by a centimeter, like sort of emblem for it, and I'd have them like go up my leg or something like that on the back.
That's cool. Some people I know have them in like really discreet places,
Yeah.
which is maybe an idea. Okay, so let's see. Let me scratch down some notes here as to what I need to tell people to do. Bless you? Is that the right response for that?
There's a hiccup.
Yeah. Culture hasn't taught me what I'm supposed to. I don't have a response rule programmed for that.
There isn't one.
Nobody's fed me a good prompt yet.
We should fix that. $505? Jeez, oh god. Oh, this is tiring.
Nice. Well, we have a hard stop at a certain point, right? So.
Oh yeah, we do. We sure do.
It's in what, like 2 hours, something like that, hour and a half.
Yes, yes, less than that.
That's fine. This was a good kick in the pants. Like, I'm actually like at the hard part of what I've been dragging my feet on. Also,
That's
just
good.
talking to you
That's
is always
good.
nice.
Let's see how much I can distract you more. So Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah, we already did this. Nice try.
We didn't do it all the way.
What more is there to it? I strongly posit that lots of people in their impressionable early to mid-teens watch that movie and they're like, damn, Scott's so cool. And he gets the girl. I want to be just like Scott. But, like, from what I understand in the comics, Scott's, like, a lot less... He's kind of just as bad as, like, the guys he's squaring up against. Maybe a little less. But there's still, like, the strong message of, like, the woman is the prize to be won. And then, like, I have claimed ownership of her by doing combat, and I'm cool. But, like, he's still kind of aloof and not a particularly good partner, I feel like. This is my opinion.
I don't disagree with you. Scott Pilgrim is my favorite movie.
It's a very engaging movie. I'm just saying,
Yeah, because it looks cool.
It looks
and
great.
Cool stuff
It's
happens.
very well put together. I mean, Edgar Wright doesn't miss. Studio Saru certainly doesn't miss. So I'm sure it's going to be really good. The anime. I'm just saying people watch it and they walk away with the wrong message. That is not to say that the movie is necessarily bad. It is to say that people are not literate in media.
Yeah,
and
I
people will see
agree.
what they want to see. That does not make the movie bad, just because people misunderstand it. I don't think the movie or the comics are like confusing or deliberately difficult to digest. I think people just see what they want to see, and they're going into it feeling like, I'm a down on my luck 17-year-old adolescent boy who can't get a girlfriend. What am I gonna want to see in this movie? This is the way to get the girlfriend. Gotta be cool like Scott Pilgrim. And it's like, well, no, it's more complicated than that. My opinion, though. What did you want to deep dive on with Scott Pilgrim? I don't know a ton about it. I haven't seen the movie since it came out, so.
I've rewatched it so many times. I have nothing to say about it.
Oh, okay, cool.
There was an alternate ending? I didn't know that. Maybe I did know that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I did know that. I have bad memory. Oh no, this is gonna be tough. Five of 4, maybe? And then have this one. Sorry, now my brain's working. What's another thing we can talk about? Any anime you're looking forward to in the future? Any future.
Any future. Birdie Wing Season 2 is coming out next month, next week.
Sorry, repeat what you just said?
Birdie Wing, the gay golf anime.
Yes, I saw that!
I love Birdie Wing. Birdie Wing Birdie Wing by the same people who make Gundam, which you would know if you watched it. Yeah, it's very apparent because they shove Gunpla in your face.
Yeah.
That's a great show. I personally think that all of Sunrise's other projects should just be extensions of toy commercials to get you to buy more Gundam. But it's a great show for insane people, definitely. I'm excited about that. I'm excited about G-Witch Season 2 because I am a diehard Gundam fan at this point. Last season, this is stuff I have watched recently, there was a 6-part series called Lupin Zero, Part 0, which was about him as a middle schooler, which is fun, because I'm very, very invested in that series. And it's like the 4th origin story that's been given, which is fun, and they're all contradictory, which is nice. So that's cool. I like that a lot. It was nice and sweet and short at 6 episodes. It looked very rustic. They captured the animation style of 1969 quite well. What else? I don't actually know what else is coming out, now that I think about it. I just know Birdie Wing is on the horizon, as is more G-Witch. Bochi was good. Everybody likes Bochi. She's like the most popular girl in the world now. I don't know. I pay a lot less attention to seasonal anime, and then I get really excited every time Discotech does a Twitch stream, and they're like, here's what's coming out for the next 2 quarters of the year. And so I look backwards when I look at what anime do I want to watch. I'm exclusively looking at, well, like, what from history, how far can I plumb the depths of the archives, and what will Discotech yank out of some anachronistic hole in the wall?
Fair.
That's pretty much where I'm at.
I'm excited about
Yes.
its title is very long and stupid, and therefore it is.
Is it based off a
escaping
light
me.
novel?
Kind of. I think it's based off of a. No, it's based off. I think it's based off of a web novel that became a web comic and is now becoming an anime. It's not Raptalia. What the frick is her name? Annie Chart.
Was it like Rascal Does Not Dream of something?
No, it's not that one.
Okay.
Although the enduring popularity of that show baffles me every time.
I don't know anything about it. I assumed it was like a
I've
harem
watched
thing.
the whole thing.
Is it a harem thing? It seems like a harem thing.
It's not.
Okay.
It's a little bit, but it's not. It's not what people like it. They just like the main girl. Why Ray Liana ended up at the Duke's mansion? It's a villainous isekai anime.
Oh, okay. I see how. Okay, that makes
Based
sense.
off of a Korean webcomic, which is
You're excited about this? No kidding. No kidding, huh?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and I'm excited about it. I know it's hard to believe. But in fact I really enjoy. But against all odds, I quite enjoy villainous isekai for some reason. Oh, there we go. I've gotten it. Wait. Oh, I fucked it. I fucked it. Oh no. Okay. Anyways, sorry. Brain bad. What was I trying to say? Oh, anime I'm excited about. That's the anime.
Okay.
I also wish I had seen Birdie Wing so that I could see season 2.
You can still see Birdie Wing. It hasn't been scrubbed off the face of the internet. There's time.
No, I only watched no. I'm not gonna watch it. You know what's crazy? You know what's absolutely crazy?
What?
There's an anime coming out next season called Dead Mount Death Play. Okay.
That's cool. Very edgy sounding.
Yes, it's extremely edgy. It's edgy to the point where it's absolutely comically on purpose.
That's good.
It is by the author of Baccano, and the artist of the manga is the guy who did the newest Baccano manga. They did the newest Baccano manga together, and they're like, oh man, this is a good time, but Baccano's ending. We should like write a manga together, and then they did this. So of course, I'm a big fan. And so I've been reading the manga since it started coming out. But I thought I was the only person on the planet that consumed this. And I have to believe that what happened was someone was like, okay, look, listen. Chainsaw Man is like insanely popular. We need to find something like Chainsaw Man. Like, what's like Chainsaw Man? And then they found out that Dead Mount Death Play exists. And they're like, okay, this is it. This is like Chainsaw Man.
Oh, can I get canceled really quick? I don't understand the appeal of Chainsaw Man.
Oh, I hate Chainsaw Man.
Oh, cool,
I have a vendetta against Chainsaw Man.
This is I knew you'd understand, Nilua. To me, it just seems like pointlessly gory, and I don't really understand the. Maybe I'm just like emotionally unintelligent, but I don't really understand like what there is beyond that surface level. It seems like
I hate it for a much stupider reason.
Go ahead.
I have a vendetta against the fact that it was in Shonen Jump. While you do not like shonen manga, I love shonen manga, and the fact that it was in Shonen Jump offends me.
Why shouldn't it? Isn't it a shonen? It's just like.
It's not.
It's not for kids though.
It's absolutely patently not a shonen. They have sex on page.
You can't do that in a
That's
shonen?
not shonen. What do you think shonen is?
Action. Literally just like action.
Untrue.
Okay.
Untrue. Has to be for kids.
Has to be for kids, okay. But you were just saying the actual people who consume it doesn't make it a shonen or not.
But it still has to be for kids. Okay.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
It still has to be. It has to at least be suitable for that genre, that target audience.
Okay, gotcha. I understand. Yeah, that's a good reason to be mad about it, for sure.
I mean, it's not. I would argue it's not a good reason to be mad about it, to be honest. But Wow, my brain is really not wrapping around this optical illusion that I'm looking at here on your hand, but whatever. So the
Oof. That is an optical illusion. That is funny looking.
yeah, what was I trying to say? Oh yeah, the fact that it was in Shonen Jump offends me greatly. I actually started reading it, was like okay with it, but stopped reading it for that one reason because it and Jujutsu Kaisen, which actually started about the same time, and I read both of them at the beginning. I'll think of the follow Adski. I started reading. They came out at almost the exact same time, at least in the English Shonen Jump. They came out like a couple weeks from each other, and they're both. I mean, Jujutsu Kaisen definitely is more shonen, but the manga, at least in the beginning, had like this. It definitely had a seinen vibe to it, and so when they both came out, I was like, Shonen Jump is going in a direction that I don't agree with.
Our
Shonen
whole
is
world's going to
dying as
hell.
a genre, and I hate you. And I dropped both of them out of spite.
Ah, I see, I see. I just think it's like pointlessly edgy. I don't really get the appeal. It's like, wow, damn, that's really fucked up. You're right. Okay. What? Like, so what's the point though? It's like, wouldn't it be fucked up if people just hack each other apart nonstop? Yeah, it would be fucked up. What's your point? Like, I don't know. I just don't get it. I'm not giving it a fair shake.
I believe them when they say that the author has a point, but I refuse to read it to find out.
Yeah, I don't know.
All the fingers are switching at a different time.
Thank you for the following Lucky Adzuki. Good stuff.
Yes. Oops. 504? Yeah, that's a little better. Oh, thank you for the sub, Flamer. And Tom. Sweet 16 months, huh? Why are you typing in my chat? You should be talking.
Anytime I'm in a collab with anybody, I'll type in their chat. I was doing that when we were doing the Shakespeare thing. I was typing in the chat pretty incessantly. I can't stop myself. It's like talking to the audience, like breaking the fourth wall. Even though the whole thing of streaming is talking to the audience. But here I get to like wink knowingly at them. Speaking of, actually, the anime I've been watching most recently is the Romeo x Juliet anime.
Yes.
Which is very good, from Studio Gonzo. Circa like 2006 or whatever. If you watch that, you have to watch it dubbed though. It doesn't work in the original Japanese. It's like way better in English in my opinion, because surprisingly it's an adaptation of something that was written in English first. So it makes it flows a bit better.
You know me. I am staunchly
dubs.
No, I'm not staunchly like pro dub, like you gotta watch everything dubbed. But there are some things that are just so much better dubbed. Baccano, obviously. Panty Stalking, way better dubbed. What else? There's a bunch of stuff. There's a bunch of stuff that a lot of comedies, especially if the script is done by Funimation, it's way fun. It's way more enjoyable to watch it dubbed because they just write the comedy better. Pawnee Pony Dash is inscrutable in Japanese. Uncomprehensible. Flamer asks, have I read I'm in Love with the Villainess? I sure have. Recently, it became very convoluted. It got very complicated very quickly. Like it went from a silly manga, just like, oh, you know, Yuri, like whatever. And then suddenly, over the span of like 3 chapters, it became like this political drama, which I love a political drama, but I have to know what I'm getting into. And it can't be that quick. They gotta drip feed it to me, so yeah, I kind of dropped it. Wait, where's the manga at? Oh, I've never read the actual novel. I don't read words. I just look at the pretty pictures and kind of guess what's happening. Where is the manga at? Google it. Not in a harsh way, but in just a way that I'm not going to. I think maybe actually it is officially translated, but that's not how I consume it. Because I'm a dirty pirate. Oh, you'll spoil Witch from Mercury, but not this? What do you mean? I only watched Witch from Mercury because I had no power over when the next episode would play, so I just like put it on and was like, okay, we're watching it as if this is on TV in 2005, and I don't have whatever what was it called? Doot doot boop boop boop. Do you know what I'm talking about, Tom?
DVR?
TiVo.
TiVo? Okay, DVR, yeah, same thing.
I don't have TiVo.
TiVo, I do know what you're talking about.
Boop boop.
I haven't thought
Boop,
about
boop.
TiVo in a long time.
Exactly.
God,
Y'all had TiVo? I didn't have TiVo. We had a TiVo competitor, I think.
Nice. Yeah, I think we had like something through our cable box. We had like Optimum or whatever, and they had some kind of TiVo competitor DVR on their box. And I remember it being very cool at the time.
Yes.
And getting sad when I had to overwrite like whatever recordings of whatever cartoon that we had stored on there for like years or whatever. Because this was predating any kind of actual way to write things out of their recording. Nowadays, I just like easily screen rip because I'm a tech-savvy technomancer, and I know how to do all these things. So I've got capture cards that take in analog, that take in coax cable, take in HDMI. I can rip anything from anything. But back in the day, I didn't know shit. Bond keeps threatening me with the information that the ending of the Romeo x Juliet anime is completely different than the play, and I'm very excited to see how things pan out. We got to the part where Montague pisses off the world tree and it starts to wilt, and the vengeful spirit that inhabits it puts a pox upon him, which I don't remember happening in the play, but it's been a few years.
I don't think that's a thing.
When the world tree begins to wither and writhe, I don't remember that happening in the original stage play, but it might be. It might be there. I'm excited to see where it goes.
Stage play.
I'm very excited. It's very good.
Oh man, you had a VHS because you're old. I also had VHS,
Yeah,
but just like, I mean, it was actually kind of interesting because I did have TiVo much later than my peers, but I don't know. I also had it much earlier than most of the worlds, if that makes sense.
Hold on, I'm jumping around on my background music here. There we go.
Wait, I think we did it.
Oh yeah? You're just done?
Wait, I think we did it. It's wonky as hell, but it is what it is. I've looked at the most recent chapter, and I'm surprised you think it got particularly political at this point. It might not be the recent chapter, but you haven't read the chapter I had to read where where a plot by the commoner faction to kill someone. They infiltrate the school with a bunch of demons. They cover the school in a bubble. They infiltrate the school with a bunch of demons or something, monsters. Start like killing kids. This is some of the kids at the school, and then they're like, who is the kid at the school who's caused all this? And then they have to figure it out. They immediately figure it out. Turns out her brother had been something about her brother and the noble faction, and so she's like, I'm gonna get revenge on you, and then she flies away. This is some Scooby-Doo shit? That's what I'm saying!
I love Scooby-Doo shit. That's why I watch Lupin, because it's Scooby-Doo with guns. It's the best.
You know what I consumed?
No. I have
That's
no way of
even more
knowing that.
Scooby-Doo-ish?
No.
Case closed.
Oh yeah, those are two sides of the same coin.
Mm-hmm.
We should watch the Case Closed versus Lupin the Third movies together as a watch along someday.
Oh yes, that is a thing, isn't it?
I know quite a few people who are really into Detco, so.
What's
You're
that?
Detective Conan, literally the thing you're talking about.
Oh.
Case closed.
I'm not big enough of a fan to know the slang. Clearly.
And then the other.
I wasn't like super into it. What happened was when I was a kid mostly, there was like a summer where I was like, it's time to read Case Closed. And so I just sat down and what's the word? Put on a song by 303 on repeat for 2 weeks
As one does.
and read Case Closed.
Okay.
So,
Speaking of Case Closed, the other anime I've been watching a lot of recently is Columbo.
oh, of course.
Very excited about it. I think we're on season 7 right now. Oh, it's like
What
9.
core?
Wouldn't that be 7th core? Isn't that how that
No,
works?
not necessarily. Cores are not necessarily the same thing as seasons, and I will. They've gotten very screwed up. Cores and seasons have gotten very screwed up in modern day. I will fight everyone on this point. But cores, so actually, oh god. So a core is always 11 to 14 episodes. Always.
Has to be.
Has to be. A core is one human season of anime.
Okay.
Like spring. It's what happens over the spring amount of time. Example. So a season of anime could be 2 cores. It could be 24 episodes.
Gotcha.
It could be any number of episodes. But one core is like 11 to 14 episodes. It was actually really funny because Iris and Ina were watching Witch from Mercury, and to my understanding, what has been aired of Witch from Mercury is not season 1. It's core. It's the first core, and they're doing the second half of season 1, like this season or whatever. And Ina said something like that, and I was like, so I know Ina is a boomer.
Interesting.
At least by an anime boomer, I should say, because Iris didn't even understand what she was saying, and I was like, I get you, Ina, I get you.
Interesting.
I had a huge fight with my coworker about this, actually.
About being a boomer?
No, about cores.
Okay.
Well, actually, it was specifically, he understood what a core was. He was trying to mansplain cores to me when I was the one who was telling him what core. Like, we were on the same side. That wasn't even what the argument was about. He was saying that Netflix didn't stop in the middle of a season for Hunter x Hunter, which it did, by the way. It stopped in the middle of a season. It didn't stop in the middle of a core, but it stopped in the middle of a season.
Okay.
And he refused to believe that, and it's simply true. It's I went to look at it later, and it doesn't matter anymore. Not my coworker anymore. I don't work there anymore. But
the long con.
I'm still salty about these small things.
That's fun. I don't talk to my coworkers about anime because I am the youngest person in my team and my train by a large margin. So, if you can believe that, even given what a fucking old windbag I sound like most of the time. I don't open up very easily to coworkers. The work-life balance or separation is very strict in this house.
Well, I mean, this is partly why I went into games.
Yeah, I had wide-eyed dreams about being a game developer when I was in school, and then it just didn't pan out. I looked at the job stability and I was like, do I want this for me? Not really. I'm not that hungry.
Yeah.
So now I just do like the world's most boring calculator programming all day, and I'm able to live in the lap of luxury for my servitude to the capitalist machine, I guess.
That's fine.
Yeah, I mean, it's
I
an
honestly
approach.
think
I don't
that
feel bad
not involving your job and your interests is probably for the better.
Once you do what you love for a job,
You never stop working
stop
ever
working.
again.
Yep. That's exactly it.
Flavor says, Tom, I work in email. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, Flamer, I remember, I was like gonna like start talking about Flamer's job, but I don't actually know if that's like I know where Playmore worked, or used to work at least, because I remember talking about it before. But I realized it may not be. Okay,
He just said
oh,
Outlook.
yeah, I was gonna say like, yeah, I remember you talking about working for Microsoft, but I'm always like
Yeah.
hesitant to bring that up, because I'm like, oh, is that information for
Forbidden
everybody
knowledge.
or information for me? Uh, yeah, so it's pretty much the same. Um, I do calculation stuff. I write calculation automation, which you'd think would make me very good at math, and you'd be right, but
Thought you were gonna say something different.
no.
I was supposed to be good at math in my job, and I wasn't. Probably why I got laid off.
I don't think it actually has anything to do with your talents. Based on what I've seen about how these layoffs have been panning out, I literally think it is absolutely random. I think it's like dartboard shit.
I somewhat agree with you.
That's good, because I'm right, so you should agree with me.
Okay.
I see no value in like trying to like learn or grow from getting laid off from where you used to be.
Oh no, I don't either. I don't even work in that industry anymore, so don't worry about it.
Interesting. Okay. Interesting. All I know
I can't say anything more
yeah,
than
yeah,
that.
I'm not gonna like try and like break it out of you or anything. I had assumed you just leapt into an adjacent industry, but I'll never know.
Mhm.
What I do know is that you work strange hours because you have a work meeting, which is the hard stop for this meeting of the minds right here, which is at my
Yeah.
8 p.m. and it's at your 5 p.m., which is when the day should end, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
well, so here's the thing, which I've said on stream. The parent company of my company is a
In Japan?
Japanese
Yeah.
company, so most of my coworkers wake up at 5 p.m. And so actually, my full day is pretty open.
That's cool. Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
really have anything to do until 5 p.m.
You get to live like a cat, where you like just lounge about all day. Obviously, you know, doing nothing, faffing about all day. Lua Lucky, the least busy
It's
person
very
I know.
Lua-core, right? Yeah.
But then comes the night. I've been having a real problem lately, frankly. I feel like simultaneously I have done literally nothing in all of 2023, and also I like feel like I can't catch my breath at all. It's a weird thing. Maybe this is what depression is. I don't know. But
I relate to that feeling
I'm
a
sure
lot.
you do. I'm sure you do. But I was very, very highly productive in 2022. I put out, I think, 3 VTuber fan projects, like regularly, like I did like one a quarter pretty much, in addition to maintaining my own, the heart rate plugin thing that we're looking at right now, and the library that it's built upon for everybody to use. That was 2022. It was very, very good. And then once I finished the last VTuber project, which was the Desktop Buddy, which is like, in my opinion, my magnum opus, I'm very, very, very pleased with how that came out. I learned so much about programming for Windows. And then I was just like, time to take a break. And then Pokemon came out, like 4 days after I shipped that. And you'll never guess what I've been doing since November 21st, 2022.
I hope you've been playing Pokemon.
Yeah, I love Pokemon so much. You probably have a pretty good... I was going to say you have no idea. You probably have a pretty good idea.
I see your tweets.
Yeah. I talked to Professor Tiberius a whole lot because he's like the Pokemon guy.
Yes, I see. That's why I see them so often, because you guys are on my timeline.
So he literally will fly out every weekend to a different part of the United States
I
to
saw
participate in
that.
regional.
That's so impressive.
He's so cool. This most recent one, he finally got like points that you need to qualify for Worlds, which is going to be in Japan this year. So he's in the running potentially. He has to get like a bunch more points still, but it's a big step up from his previous regionals where he was not quite able to get points. So I'm very, very happy for him. It's exciting. I will never be that good, nor do I have the dedication to like travel. But it's cool to watch him and then cheer him on and stuff. And I get to do like the at-home ranked ladder, which is a completely different beast. Here's the part where I hyperfixate on Pokemon for the last 30 minutes of our collab, 40 minutes of our collab. And I talked to you about my special interest of competitive Pokemon.
Yeah, you better talk to me about your special interest of competitive Pokemon.
Yeah. So the competitive format for Pokemon is the double battle format, where it's 2v2. And on top of that, a traditional Pokemon team has 6 members in it, right? If you've played the games. You may or may not know that. But in competitive, the way it works is there's a draft, where you have your 6 guys and they have their 6 guys, and you can see what the 6 guys are on each side, and then you pick 4 to bring into battle, and then it's 2v2 from there on out. So you have 2 guys in the back, 2 guys in the front. You can swap at any time. etc., etc. So there's like a lot of strategy to it.
Oh, you're not talking about the card game.
No,
I was partly confused. I was quite
I don't
confused
know
when you said that. I was like, what the fuck do you mean you have 6 guys?
I don't know shit about the card game.
I actually know a lot about the card game.
Perfect.
I used to play the Pokemon trading card game so much when I was a kid.
I like to look at the Pokemon card game because I don't know how to play it, but I will still buy card packs because it's like buying art.
Yeah.
It's like NFTs, except not shitty in every conceivable way. You own
I like
some
how
art.
you're just saying that art is like NFTs and not that NFTs have anything to do with art.
I mean, like, the core principle when they're being peddled to you is like, you own this piece of art, but you don't really own the art. Whereas with Pokemon cards, you have a physical thing in your hand that you can frame and put on your wall.
Because
and
you
feel good
own
about.
it.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. But I just mean the
You're
concept...
revolutionizing ownership with anti-NFTs here.
Just the concept of like, I don't have any fundamental use for this because it is a game I don't play. I would just like to basically gamble and buy some random pieces of art in a card pack.
I see.
That's what I mean.
I see.
An ill comparison, very unseemly comparison. I don't mean to cast shadow upon the Pokemon company.
How dare you cast aspersions upon the Pokemon franchise, you
Yeah.
blaspheme!
Yeah, that's me.
I had a friend earlier today that said that she doesn't like chocolate, and I got very,
That's a
very
pretty wide net
personally
to cast.
offended by that.
It's a wide net to cast.
I know! It's like saying you don't like pizza or something. It's such a weird thing. Or like saying you don't like cake, but like they like pie or something. I'm like, there's like a million kinds of cake. You're saying you don't like every kind of cake? You're wrong. I had a friend who said she didn't like Japanese food because it was too flavorful.
That's rough, buddy. That's a rough one.
Turns out she'd never eaten Japanese food before.
Interesting.
So once I got her to actually try it, she's like, "Oh, this is not true." And I said,
What was she thinking
know.
of? That's such
I
a strange, like, defense mechanism to, like, throw up immediately.
I am truly unsure what she was thinking of.
Oh, I'm looking at the wrong... I've been looking at the wrong VS Code for, like, a couple minutes now. How did I do that?
Same.
Whoops.
Oh, God.
What's up?
It's just painful. Oh, cheese and crackers. Okay, here we go. I gotta move everything up here. You know what? It would make a lot more sense to just copy the whole arm instead of just part of the arm. Oh, is that easier? I'm unsure now.
Oh, I wasn't done ranting about Pokemon.
Go ahead,
I mean, maybe I
please.
was. So the big thing in the competitive circuit is that there's, like, rule sets that change semi-frequently. And since the release of Scarlet and Violet in November, there have been 3 sets of regulations, which basically determine what Pokemon you're allowed to bring to your team. And so I have a lot of respect for Ty, who has been basically remaking a team every 3 weeks as more and more Pokemon are allowed in the pool. As it gets more and more permissive with, like, pseudo-legendary type stuff, and eventually it'll have, like, the box legendaries and stuff from previous games. So a lot of work goes into it for a child's game. I also think it's very funny that the ranking divisions, I was looking at this the other day because it makes you sign a waiver, or not a waiver, sign in for, like, online tournaments as well into what division you're on. And there's juniors, which are if your birthday is in 2011 or later. And I wanted to die just thinking about that. I was, like, couldn't imagine somebody being that young. And then Masters, which is the tier... There's seniors, which are high schoolers. And then there's masters, which are old shits like me and Ty and everybody
That's
else.
the worst thing I've ever heard. I want you to never say anything like that again. And now I'm going to tell you that there's a TikTok sound that I heard only because I follow this nurse who also uploads her TikToks onto
Huh?
YouTube Shorts. That was very
What'd I
funny.
say? What was the thing I
Huh?
said? What is the thing I said that I'm not allowed to say again?
All that stuff you just said about the age stuff. You're never saying that again.
Oh, anyway, masters is anybody born in 2006 or later, so that's very
So
funny to me.
anyway, so there's a TikTok sound where the person's like, "Oh, hey man, how old are you?" And the other guy's like, 2000 and he's like,
And?
there's more? It keeps going?
And? What do you mean? And? That's funny.
Meanwhile, I was on the playground paying kids to play Pokemon with me.
That's funny. Paying them in, like, money? Or, like, was there, like, some kind of...
Pokemon cards
barter?
and money.
Ah, okay. I see. Oh, I love Pokemon a lot. The concept of funny little guys that are your friends and exist in the world are good to me. When I was, like, a young living child, one of my like career aspirations, as one has when they're of that age, was to like work at a zoo or something like that. I wanted to like be into zoology of some kind, and instead I did the diametrically opposite course where I don't talk to anything organic for 12 to 24 hours a day. But I feel like a Pokemon trainer at home because I've got a cat who's like very, very misshapen, and a tortoise, which is just a strange animal to have. So I do feel like I'm a monster tamer in some ways.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I have tweeted this recently. I've always wanted to make sure penguins have a good life.
Me too. Have you ever held one? You have, right?
No.
No?
Where would I do that? Tell me, Tom. I will go there.
I think several aquariums offer that kind of thing. I've held one before.
Which one? I will go.
There's the Mystic Aquarium in Connecticut, so you want to fly across the coast.
I will do it, Tom.
Is where I held a penguin. They feel like wet leather. It's very interesting.
Where to hold penguin?
They're also very mean.
North America. Swimming with the penguins in the U.S.
Wait, swimming with them sounds difficult. They're very fast. I just held one.
Yeah. Oh my god, the picture looks so cute though.
I bet.
They just come right up to you.
I bet. Yeah, they're very aggressive. They're very mean.
Okay, this is even more unhinged. I've been to New Zealand, which has native penguins, and I've seen them.
Yeah.
I've seen little baby, I don't know what kind were they?
Were they the little tiny ones? Or like...
I can't remember what kind of penguins they were. Someone would have to tell me what kind of penguins New Zealand has. But...
I think they've got like... here's where I'm going to show you why I wanted to be as well. They've got fairy penguins, which are the tiny little blue ones that are like absolutely dwarf-sized. I think they have the Magellanic penguins, which have like black spots on their belly. Otherwise kind of just look like normal-ass penguins.
Where is this?
Let's see.
Kansas. I have to go to Kansas if I want to swim with the penguins. I'll do that. My mom wants to go to Kansas all the time because she's got family.
Interesting. Good to know. But yeah, New Zealand is famous for their tiny little blue penguins, which are adorable and live up to the name of
it was
being
probably
little
that then. I only saw the baby kind.
They might have been fully grown and you wouldn't have known because they look
No,
like
they were babies. We were opening up the nests.
Oh.
It was mating season, or like right after hatching is hatching season. And so the whole thing is as a conservation effort, they made these little boxes. And so it was a whole hike where we were going and checking on the boxes.
Gotcha.
Oh, yes, I'm seeing... To be honest, I find them to be a little ugly.
Wow, okay, cool.
Maybe that's why I wasn't satisfied.
Cool, okay. Good to know, I guess. I think they're adorable.
I would be happy to hold one. I would be perfectly happy to hold one, but they are not the cutest penguin. They, in fact, are the ugliest penguin.
Oh, that's definitely not true.
What are the ugliest penguins?
What is it? It's like a yellow-eyed penguin. I'm gonna go with, maybe. No, actually, these guys are even kind of fine. They just kind of look like miscolored. They look like a penguin you left out in the sun too long.
Oh yeah, that's not ugly. It's definitely not the cutest for sure. But the blue penguin or whatever you just said,
Yeah,
ugly.
fairy penguin, blue penguin.
It doesn't even. You know what? You know what my problem is? It's actually not that it's ugly. It doesn't really look like a penguin.
What? Because it's not wearing the tuxedo?
Because it's blue, I think. It looks to me more like a robin or something. And the shape.
Robins aren't
its
blue.
head
though.
is a little big. Like the eye and the head make it look less like a. I will say the smaller. Okay, this picture, cute. When it closes its eyes, it's cute. So it must be the eyes. It's the eyes.
Interesting.
Oh. When they've got a few more feathers as a baby, they're very cute. But whatever
Penguin
I
babies
saw
are
was...
awesome because they like get to be full-sized or bigger, and they're still completely fluffy, and they just become
Yes.
birds like overnight.
Yeah. They're just circles.
But they get so big before they start getting their feathers. It's very funny.
Where to hold penguins, North America. Penguin encounter at Shed Aquarium. Where do I have to fly to? Illinois. The Midwest has just no laws about animals.
No, they don't. That's how I feel about Japan as well. Not to get like, I don't know, raise an international political incident here by stating my
I
opinions.
agree with you. Japan has no laws about animals.
I mean, let's not
Every cute exotic animal YouTube channel you've ever seen is based in Japan.
let's not let this collab distract from the fact that Pecora bought a fucking monkey, okay?
Oh shit, I completely forgot about that.
Never forget that Pecora owns a monkey. She owns like a bush baby or whatever. Totally fucked up. Deeply cruel because I'm sure she lives in a postage stamp apartment. And like, yeah, I've seen like exotic animals like owls, otters. Like you can't have one of those in your house. They need so much space.
Not according to Japan.
No fucking rules. It drives me up the wall. I feel bad because I feel like we need more space for our, like, 2-pound tortoise who is approximately 6 inches long.
And you have a whole backyard.
I have a whole property. Yeah, I've got a whole ass house, and green space for her, and I'm like, it's not enough. I can't imagine having a pet otter and living in an apartment, but or a monkey, a fucking monkey. But in the words of Pecora herself, fucking monkey, fucking cute. And she's not wrong. It is very cute.
I don't think monkeys are cute. I hate them.
Nice. Good to know. I'm learning a lot. I'll be like, this thing I love. And it was like, I hate it. And it's just...
I can't say I actually really don't like monkeys. I really don't like monkeys. I don't like human babies either, so maybe that's connected.
Okay.
I'm with Lua. Monkeys are kind of weird AF, see? He gets it.
I think I finished my README. I finished fixing all the compile errors like 10 or so minutes ago, and I've just been staring at this README talking to you. I think I'm good, actually. I think I did it. It's like not that many steps to migrate. I did such a good job. I'm so smart.
How did this happen?
How did I become so smart? Well, I practice a lot. I have very
No, how
good
did
work ethic.
I intended for you to get so distracted you got nothing done, and here I am not finishing my work.
The secret was I actually had very little to do, and I've been belaboring it for literal months, so it felt like a lot.
You wouldn't get an otter as a pet. I just want to hold one. Same. Although, I think I could give a penguin a good life.
Could you? They need so much space to swim.
I can give them
do it.
space. I can make it work.
I can make it work. So does this happen? Does this work if I fire this up? What happens? Uh-oh. Immediate null reference exceptions. What's happening?
Oh, so maybe you didn't do as well as you hoped. You weren't as quick as you anticipated.
Perhaps not. I'm not sure to what it's complaining about.
Wait, what the hell is this? Oh. Huh. Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Hmm.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm. Hmm. Hmm. Hmm. Hmm. I don't know what's happening on my screen right now. I have
Couldn't tell you, I'm
absolutely
not
no
looking at it.
concept of what's going on. Okay, I've clearly screwed that up at some point. There we go. There we go. I fixed it. We fixed it. We fixed it. Yay. Yay. Netflix documentary coming for Lua in 15 years. Did you guys hear about I mean, I think this is really old news because I swear I first heard about this like 5 years ago, but I recently heard about it again via some podcast or something where there's a Netflix documentary where this documentary crew is following around this guy, this submarine guy, just because he was an interesting person. And
Submarine
then
guys tend to be interesting people.
yes, well, while they were following him around for a documentary, he murdered someone.
Oh, sick. That's the worst time to do that.
I think he did it because they were following him
Just
as
to see
like
what happens.
yeah, just because he truly believed he was so smart, he wanted to put himself in the worst situation and try to get away with it. I
That's
think.
awesome. That's not awesome at all. That's crazy. So what happened?
Well, obviously he was. Well, here's what happened, by the way, Tom.
Yeah.
So there was a journalist. He was like gonna do an interview with a journalist. This is separate from the documentary. The journalist goes down in the submarine with him. He comes back and there's no journalist, and everyone is like, "What the fuck? What's
he did
happened?"
a submarine murder? That's all. That's
Yes.
crazy.
Yes. And so he just surfaces the submarine. There's no woman, and everyone's like, "Where the hell did the journalist go?" And he's like, "Oh, I don't know. She just disappeared." And of course
Happens all
they
the
find her
time.
DNA, and then they find her body,
Oh my
and then
God.
he's like, "Yeah, she accidentally decapitated herself, and I didn't want to get in trouble."
Oh, okay. You know, it's always really good to not report when those kind of things happen. That definitely gets you in less trouble.
Mm-hmm.
That's terrifying.
And she
That's horrible.
definitely decapitated herself. That definitely happened for sure.
Oh, okay. I see why I'm getting a null pointer exception. It has nothing to do with the change in the library.
Oh, I love it when that happens. Huh? Hmm? Hmm? Oh.
Wait.
What time is it? 4? Okay, I've got a bit of time. Oops.
Wait, I might have deleted something that I shouldn't have deleted, though.
Oh.
Oh.
And oh.
We'll see. Let me dive into the recycling bin.
Will I see?
No, I'll see.
Oh, okay.
It's the royal we.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of royalty, by the way, did you see there's a political snafu going down in Florida right now? Which, I mean, is kind of par for the course for Florida. But specifically, it's Disneyland versus the state government of Florida, is the thing that's going on right now.
Go ahead. What's happening?
I'll keep it tame, don't worry.
No, that's not my concern.
So what's happening is the government of Florida wants to assume ownership of, like, control of Disney because they think Disney has gotten too big for their britches or whatever, which is maybe true.
That's not very...
No, funny how it works, right? No. So in the last days of Disney having their own council, Sorry, my whole PC just hung right there as I tried to open my recycling bin. That's not a good sign.
Oh yeah, true. It's Disney World, not Disneyland.
Oh, okay. So anyway, the last thing that the council did before they got like kicked out and replaced by a government-appointed board was they made and signed a doctrine that basically vests all the power back in the original council, and the doctrine is valid until 21 years after the death of the last currently living descendant of King Charles III of England.
What?
Random public figure that they chose. So that'll be like a good 100 years probably before the doctrine is expired. And that is the specific verbiage is 21 years until, or 21 years after the death of the last currently living descendant of King Charles III of England is when...
I, to be honest, do not have the mental capacity to take on what you just said.
It's a lot, right? It's like Calvin Ball out here.
Well, it doesn't make any sense. If the government is telling them we're going to be in charge of your corporation, they don't get to make a rule saying that's not true.
They did, though. It's Calvin Ball. Anything goes. Alright, hold on. I fucked up something somehow. I don't know how I managed to do it. I don't know why I said hold on. It's not like you need to hold on.
Oh, okay. I was holding.
I appreciate it. You're a good friend. Most people wouldn't hold it. Most people would not hold it for the homies. If the homie got bitten by a snake, most people would not hold it for the homies.
Thank you. Yes. Yeah.
Have you been following that saga?
Me?
Yes.
No.
Okay. It's
I couldn't give less of a crap about Disney.
Oh, no, sorry. I made a slight nod to something else that's going on in the VTuberscape, and then I'm done talking about Disney.
Oh, what are you saying then?
If most people would not blank for the homies, etc., etc. There's the V Psycho tournament, which is like an Apex Legends tournament.
Yes, I'm aware of V Psycho.
Okay. So below.
Oh, the snake bite
Team
thing.
snake bite. Yes. Most people would not suck out the venom for a homie. Is what I'm getting at here. Most people wouldn't do it.
That was a deep pull. I didn't even know you.
Yeah, that wasn't a really good.
To be honest, I am very unclear about your relation to other how much VTuber content you consume.
More than I'd like, less than you'd think, but I
thought it was 0, so it's clearly more than I think.
No. I watch Pomu Rainpuff pretty much, pretty religiously. I watch Kason as much as I'm able to, despite her, Japanese.
Oh right, of course,
humors.
we'll Kason. I forgot about Kason.
Gotta have that, and then a couple others. I watch a bunch of indies on Twitch, as I'm able to, and then I keep.
Oh, I'm stupid. I don't know why I assumed you didn't want. You watch a ton. You did fan project. I don't know what my brain was thinking.
Yeah, and then
honestly, Tom, you know what's fucked up?
No.
I think it's just because your name is Tom. In my brain, you're a normie.
I am. This whole VTubing thing is a grand experiment of mine to do like some human anthropology kind of stuff. It's like when Jane Goodall lived with the gorillas for however many years in Gorillas in the Mist. She like became one of them to study the gorillas. That's kind of the central thrust I have with being a VTuber. It's just like, all right, this is fascinating. I got to get in there, and I need like a disguise so they accept me. I need to make myself smell like a gorilla. That's pretty much what's going on here.
That's funny.
But you're not that far off. How did I fuck up my repo? So I'm missing a script here, and I don't know where it went. No, it's here. Wait, hold on. Why isn't it giving me a compile error?
Oh ho ho.
Oh, it's because I know why, I think. I need to fix my DLLs. I deleted and re-imported a DLL, and it's mad at me. I think.
You can't do that, Tom.
I can't. Unity does not like
I can't let you do that, Tom.
That's a sly reference to 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Thank you for pointing it out. That made it funnier.
I know. That's why I did it. Anyway.
Oh, no.
So I watch a lot of Pomu Rainpuff because I think she's very funny. I feel very strongly Fujoshi aligned when I in terms of my taste of corporate
anime.
VTubers. anime and then the people that I watch who talk about it. So like anytime a VTuber, was like,
besides Gundam.
huh?
Besides
Metal
Gundam.
Gear Solid. Metal Gear Solid.
Oh, Metal Gear Solid. That's fair.
And between that and Gundam, that's more than enough for anybody's lifetime.
Untrue.
Okay. Cool. Did that fix it? Did I fix it?
You know what's a really good manga you should check out?
No.
I need to look up the name.
Nice. I'll get back to me when I'm
In my defense, it's another one of those really long ones, but it's not a villainous isekai. I got a drama. Oh wow, it has a Wikipedia page? A man who defies the world of BL.
That sounds cool.
It's really good. It's a comedy. It's this dude who's just like, I just want... He realizes that he's in a BL, okay? And he's like, okay, how can I avoid this situation? Like, basically, he's like dodging all of the flags that the world tries to throw. God is constantly trying to set him up with a boy,
okay.
and he's just like dodging flags. That's
good.
the whole
that
prompt. Good. It's really funny. Me and Farah are big fans of that series. Wow, I really fucked this up royally.
How did this ever work? I don't know. My script is just named not what the class is named. Did I just leave this in a bad state and like push it to master? What the fuck did I do? How did this ever work? Unity does the thing where it's like very case sensitive about file names. That's something.
I'm also realizing that I screwed up quite a long time ago, and I'm not sure how I got here. But it's a little easier to fix. Shit. Sorry. I hiccup a lot.
Okay, well, so yeah, that wasn't related to my issue with the API. Why? There are other problems here, but...
Okay, is everything on the right hand now? Good. Let's go back and change everything to the left hand.
Okay, cool. I got my thing working. I'm very worried that I've had a busted version of this out for however many months.
Could be.
Could be. Fortunately, the thing about it that's busted is the feature that nobody uses, which is its own API. Because, like, nobody's using that, but I had a lot of fun putting it together in case somebody wanted to. It's nice. You can just build layers upon layers upon layers of crap. And now that I have Fitbit support, right in time for them to retire, like, the ability to have apps on your Fitbit, I think I have, like, one of the most comprehensive heart rate data aggregators, because I've got anything that Pulsoid supports, which is like most Bluetooth devices. I've got Ant Plus Direct over USB. I've got Fitbit, and then anything you can feed it over WebSocket is also supported. So if you need to get your heart rate data for any purpose, I feel like this app is good for it, in addition to the VTubing stuff. This is my opinion.
You should write that in the README so people find it.
Nobody's going to look at the README. But I will say, now that I've had this...
Google will.
The itch page for this has had over 1,000 downloads, which is exciting. I get $0 for that because I don't charge for my work, because I believe that will immediately bounce anybody who's even remotely curious if I charge even $1 for it.
Yeah, I don't know what to say. I think that a lot of people would buy it, but I also think that a lot of people wouldn't buy it.
Yeah. Again, like...
Trial versions? I don't know if
that sounds
Unity
hard.
allows something.
I don't know how I do that. That's like I have to figure out how to, restrict
In 2023, you have to write a README that Chat GPT can read.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
I saw a comic the other day that was like, with the power of Chat GPT, I can turn these couple of bullet points into a nicely formatted long email that I can send. And the person on the other end is like, with the power of ChatGPT, I can summarize this long email into a couple of bullet points. And that's pretty much how it seems to be.
That's true. I would argue that those people work in 2 different careers.
Probably.
For instance, Farah has to write long, stupid emails. I get to write short bullet point emails. Because Farah's a business person.
I've tweeted about
Could
how
never
many
be
emails
me.
I get per day, I'm pretty sure. I think I've posted photos of whenever I forget to look at my inbox and it's like 200 something unread emails.
Okay. Why do you get so many emails?
I am a primary contact for a lot of system support. I know a tremendous amount about our eminent domain in my company. I am one of a handful of only like full-time, or one of only a handful of full-time employees on my team. The rest are contractors. So I'm a primary contact for that. And I monitor inboxes for a lot of automated systems. So
Okay,
I get
yeah.
a lot. People.
Tom,
need
send me your
information
VTube Studio JSON file.
Okay. That's awfully forward of you, Lua, but I guess we're moving so fast here. Jeez. She wants to see my JSON file. Let me find it.
You know what one of my favorite YouTube channels is?
No. Well, I mean, I have a couple ideas, but tell me.
I want to hear your ideas first.
Well, I know you like folding ideas. I know you like.
I would not call that one of my favorite channels, but continue.
I got nothing then. Go ahead.
Okay.
No,
I want to hear what the other ones are.
So I was going to say Swell Entertainment because you referred us to that one. I assume you've been watching Botchamania to some extent after your.
Yeah, I watched Botchamania.
You want skeletom.vtube.json, right? Just that one?
Yes. Yes.
What are you going to do with it? What's happening?
Finish your model.
Why do you need this one? I don't understand.
So that I have the same settings.
Okay. There you go.
Thank you.
I feel like you'd need like more than that.
Probably, but I'll fix it.
Then there's the one lady you always watch when you do like co-working by yourself streams, who's like really heavy in the makeup. I don't know what her name is though.
Izzy's.
Sure. I assume you like them. I enjoyed learning about the it was the Vegas pun. What was the Las Vegas?
That would be
Pegasus.
Las Vegas Con.
That's the one. Yes. That's gonna resonate with me. We're the first people to use that hashtag in about 10 years, which is pretty cool. Hopefully the last also.
What else?
Oh, now you're me. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Sorry.
It's okay. Gonna move you out of the way here.
Pull me off screen.
Yeah, I could.
What the Oh! Oh, wait. Can you blink?
No.
Okay, that's what I was trying to...
So I reflexively did it IRL because you're like, can you do that for me? And it's like, oh wait, no, she's asking, do I have the capacity to? No.
Okay, yeah. The VTube Studio file is set up as if you can. Yeah. And I was like, why are all these parameters red?
They don't exist. They don't need to exist.
Exactly, yes.
But it's very, as soon as you asked, can you blink, I just did it. And I was like, oh wait, no. What are you talking about? No, of course not.
Let's get your hands going. What was I just saying? Oh, my favorite channel, Kira TV.
Don't know anything about them.
Yeah, so Kira TV started as a MMO discussion channel. Then he started talking about failed MMO Kickstarters. Then he started talking about Crypto Bros, which is actually a more direct pipeline than you would think.
Like talking about them favorably or being like, and here's why.
Very unfavorably.
Cool.
And now he also does he does all those things still, but now he also does like people, like documentaries almost about like people. And I I love his content. He has 2 channels. I genuinely don't know whichever one I'm watching when I'm watching it because they're so similar. But there's like Kira and Kira TV.
Why? Why does
And
he have 2?
huh?
Why has he got 2?
I
What's the point?
genuinely don't know. He said that one is for low effort content, the other one is not, but he puts low effort content on both of them, so I'm very confused on the purpose. But love that content. I get so much of the Web3 is doing great news from him.
I like that Twitter account and that webpage. It's a good webpage.
Yes. Failed MMO to other horrible tech track. Yeah, the pipeline. Yeah, but now I don't really watch a lot of his like documentary style videos, to be honest, which I feel bad about because I know he puts the most effort into them, but like not my problem. Don't care. Didn't come here for that. I am the problem with YouTube.
Yeah, Lua's a skeleton. She's so fond of my likeness that she just wants
Yeah,
to
it's what
Can't
is
wait
it?
to dress like a picnic table.
I'm imitation is the sincerest form of flattery.
So true.
Hand found right. Hand up.
Well, I think I got my thing done. I got my README updated. I got my actual plugin that I built with the library migrated over to the new version of the thing in not too many steps. Not a lot of hemming and hawing. I don't know how it was the part of it was compiling before, but apparently not a problem. Kind of worried about that. I have to check what I've actually released. But I'm all set.
I need to test all this stuff, and I don't think I can do that on stream. So I guess this is where we end off. Here, I'll put my face back on.
You can do whatever you want. You can be somebody else.
Oh, I should have chosen someone else.
You could be the hot Ojo-sama or whatever that we were just talking about before the stream.
Oh, yes, I
It's
bought
not
a
too
new
late.
model on Booth, everyone.
It's not too late.
Everyone last year, or maybe it was 2 years ago, everyone used this Jenny model for April Fool's Day, and the creator just put out a new one, which is this one, and I think it's very cute.
Did you call her Jenny? Is that her name?
That's her name, and her name is Jenny.
That's cool.
Yeah. When she blinks, her little tail goes whoop, 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 whoop. Wag? Wag doesn't feel right. Twitch?
Which is the platform we're on right now, Dua.
But it's also a verb.
Alright, I'm putting you on my hat once again. Thank you for pulling the hair and making me write the code good. A really good
You're
write-through
welcome!
experience.
I also am so happy I got to share my bad Gundam opinions with you. And now you need to watch Planet With.
Okay. That sounds fine to me. I'll definitely get right on that. Would you be interested at any point of doing an actual, like, let's talk about the history of Gundam? What would be a good Gundam for you? Okay. Cool.
Probably not.
Got it.
Unless it was part of a larger DTL.
What?
Drink, talk, learn. Different format name that my friends play is called Blorbo Roulette.
Oh. Okay. Got it.
So Drink, talk, learn is a drinking game where you give a presentation that you've prepared beforehand.
I've done that a
Okay,
bunch
you
of
know
times.
that one. Yes. Blorbo Roulette is something that some of my friends do where they write all their favorite they write like their favorite character, their Blorbo.
Is that what that
means? Or like a subject. Yeah, it's a Tumblr thing. And then they put it all in a hat and someone else has to pick it out and give a pre-made presentation on it.
About the character?
About the Blorbo.
That sounds very difficult.
Yeah, mine would be Germa.
Oh, okay. That's pretty easy.
The concept is that the person that you're friends with has talked about it so much so that you are presenting on what you've absorbed from them.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
What's Germa up to these days? Is he doing any like crazy?
No.
No. Okay.
No, he's playing Resident. He just finished the Resident Evil 4 remake, and now
That's
he's
good.
playing Breath of the Wild.
That's great. I can't wait for the Breath of the Wild 2. I'm very excited for that game. They added Super
I'm not
Uber.
sure there's a single character I could talk about for more than 10 seconds. I don't believe
You
you.
gotta talk about the bunny from Pop and Music.
Mm.
That's what the character. You know the one.
I don't even know what you just said.
Pop and Music, the arcade rhythm game with the really hard plastic buttons.
I don't know that one.
You might if you saw it. I don't know. Maybe you're not
Probably.
an arcade goer.
Well, more than a normie.
It's difficult to be an arcade goer in the United States, I gotta say. So I would forgive you.
Fair. I would like to be an arcade. I have the capacity to be an arcade goer. I cannot get myself there. I am a homebody. It's too much social battery.
You're preaching to the choir here. I feel like every weekend since the beginning of the year, I've had to unexpectedly go out and see people, and that might have something to do with why I feel like I'm simultaneously doing nothing and unable to catch my breath.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of work.
Hmm.
Couldn't be me.
Couldn't be you. Well, Lua, where can people find you next if we're wrapping things up here?
Right here. Actually, tomorrow. No, Saturday I'll be on YouTube.
What's the banger stream?
It's actually more of an educational stream.
Yes.
We're just gonna be talking about prepping. Oh, actually tonight.
Doomsday prepping?
No.
No.
I think Saturday happens to be April Fool's Day, but I was just genuinely going to do a stream about talking about for Live City model prepping.
What if you just give people really bad advice as a joke? What if you just poison the well for no discernible reason?
Oh yes, I should talk about how everyone should make models that are 3,000 pixels tall.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm still so mad about that.
Nice.
What a bad take.
But yeah, you could poison an entire generation of aspiring illustrators and riggers by just giving really bad advice.
Spreading misinformation on purpose?
On purpose, yeah, for fun and profit, yeah. Why not? Just do it. It's just a prank, bro. It's April Fool's. Don't take it seriously. It's just a prank.
Anyways, so yeah, I'll be just doing a genuine education stream on YouTube, and also tonight. Here's the exciting one. Tonight, I'm thinking I'm gonna do Live City Alpha 5 Alpha stream here on Twitch. Maybe on YouTube? Probably no, YouTube.
So you're gonna fire it up, switch to dark mode, and then call it a day? That's the only feature
No,
I
know actually don't like dark mode. I'm not a dark mode user.
I mean, noted, because I'm watching your stream, but
well, it's Live City. There is no dark mode.
There is no dark mode yet, but
I am not a dark mode user. I will not be turning on dark mode. But they have an AI face rigging generation, which I'm very excited to see how that goes.
For who? For what? Who's gonna want that? Who's gonna say that that's acceptable?
Well, if it's good enough, me, I'll do it.
Good to know. I'm glad I'm getting.
I told you I'm a prompt generator. I don't know how. If you realize how unironic I'm being.
It's a little concerning. Whenever I see you tweet like you've got a concussion, and I know you've just been parroting.
I've been training for my new career as a prompt generator.
It's concerning. The whole world's going to hell.
The world went to hell. We're already there.
We've been there for a while. Yeah.
We traveled there in the last 3 years.
It's true. It's true. All right. I'm not gonna keep you too much longer. Go get prepared for your work meeting.
Oh yes, everyone. Where can people find you, Tom?
I don't think I might try and stream more Pokemon ranked this weekend. I never make a schedule unless I really have to. I was really surprised to have a whopping 2 streams this week. But I will be right here on twitch.tv/skeletom_ch, or you can find me at skeletom.net/stream. Because I have a redirect set up, so that'll always be good. Most likely, the next thing I will stream will be more Pokemon, because I want to get good, and it's fun. But I don't know when that's going to be. So just follow me on Twitter, Tumblr, co-host, or whatever, and you'll hear when that's going to be. One thing I want to do, actually, my next code project I want to set up is I want to redo my homepage, because right now it's just a card link, like a redirect. I want to make an actual blogging engine for myself, and I want an RSS feed. So that's my plan. I'm going to try and make an RSS reader for my site at some point.
Oh,
do a bunch of good stuff and have content worth posting.
Nice.
That's it. So yeah, I will eagerly tune in later this evening to see all the wonderful features of AI face rigging.
I will attempt to muster the energy to actually do it.
I'm sure that will produce nothing concernable or questionable whatsoever.
I didn't intend for it to. I was gonna work on my new model.
Nice. Good. Good. Perfect.
You
Perfect.
think too much of me, Tom.
I do. I think very highly of you. Okay.
Far too much.
And in that case, then peace out. Bonus.
I'm gonna
Sarah.
raid Wolfie.
That's not a bad idea. I could also raid Wolfie. I think it would make sense for us to both raid the same person, right?
Oops. Sure, yeah.
Okay, let's do
Also, by the way, this model has a ton of toggles on it, and while I type, it just triggers all of them, so.
that. Interesting. I'm looking
Yeah.
at your stream right now, and your character is wearing much fewer clothing layers than it is on my stream. Oh, no, there we go. Took a while to catch up. Okay.
Wow, that took a while.
Interesting.
Oh, I can hear myself.
Interesting, interesting. Okay, let's raid Wolfie.
Wolfie! Have a good day, everyone. I'll see you on YouTube later, maybe.
Bonus area, and good night.
Good night.